right, I'm going to say peace and favor be unto the family, to all the enemies who look like me and who look like other folk. It's wartime. It's wartime. I pronounced it wrong in my last live. my last, yeah, it was live. And Malaka, Malaka, come on, Reg, get her. Malakma. I just like the kma because it's sort of like karma. But look, Malakama. Malakama. War. Malakama, Moab. Wartime. Wartime. No more smoking the peace pipe. Time to get busy. Still is spiritual warfare, but it's turned physical. It has turned physical. It has been physical. It's been deadly. We're not fighting back. And those who know we don't go to war without our chief. And the chief ain't gave you the word yet to go to war. So we're still in this spiritual warfare phase, but it's intensifying. I can feel it inside. We're all just waiting on the call. People think the head gonna come back and fight by itself. How the head gonna fight without the body? Somebody tell me that. Explain to me, how does the head fight without the body? Huh? How do I pull my head off and go fight an old battle, nothing but the head, and leave my body sitting here like I'm sitting in this car chilling? How that happen? Ye are my battle axe. You are my weapons of war. It's like, y'all want to keep skipping over that, huh? You want to leave the head to do it all by itself. You don't want to be the battle axe. You don't want to be the weapon of war, huh? Bro, I'm feeling a little bit like Caleb. Give the word. Give the word. And let's see what happens. I don't even believe I would need a weapon once that day comes. I feel the power already inside. I also know my days are numbered. Like I say, I'm out here on the lakefront where used to be all the black part of the beach. White folks stayed on the other side. That's what, and excuse the language, black and white, there ain't no such people, but the brothers were down here, and they were down there. They had a whole section of beach all to themselves. I mean, a long stretch. I would say, what, half a mile or so of beach front? More? Lakefront Airport. I'm out here by the Lakefront Airport. And this is where a lot of brothers and sisters would come, and this was our section up to maybe a half mile further up, away from the city. I come out here to get some footage and just do a little talking and what's on my mind, and thinking about my younger days. And Big Mama and them used to build a smoke fire, and she'd sit down on the porch and start talking to her two sons, my uncle and my father. Big Mama. And we were sitting out on the porch one night, built that little smoke fire, keep the mosquitoes at bay a little bit. It wouldn't keep them away all the way. You get a good wind, blow your smoke the wrong direction, use it. The mosquito tear your butt up. You be out there flapping and fanning all you want. Mosquitoes tear your butt up. And they come around spraying that DDT. We running behind them trucks, they spraying DDT all in the air. We inhaling that crap. How in the heck we survive? I don't know. I don't have a clue. That's back in them, I think I was at 1960, between 1960 and 1962, when we had shell rock rollers. They come out here and get shells off the bottom of these beaches and stuff, deliver them shells. dump truck come by and something else come out and spread out them shells and stuff. And man, you smell that stink from them mussels in them shells dying. That stench lasts at least a day. Then we had a fertilizer plant. We live right next to the fertilizer plant. And whenever they kick up in full gear, that sulfur and what's that other smell? That methane from that poop. But it was rough living back in the day. Hey, we ain't had no AC either. I'm sitting here in AC now. Enjoy. Back in the day, it wasn't gonna be no AC. Huh? You better have your little that wood handle fan and that little cardboard they'll staple to or glue. They will glue on glue on back in them days. You had to glue that little fan together and you fan yourself. That was your AC. But yet we got out in that heat. We played and did all kind of stuff. But back to Big Mama talking to her sons. I couldn't have been no more than about 3 or 4 years old, so that would put me around, 1963, 64, sometime period around there. Because I was born in 58. And you ladies talk about children. Y'all think children don't have memories. I remember when my mama breastfed me. I remember my dad used to stick me with a doggone stick pin, trying to put them old renewable diapers. We used cloth diapers back in them days. Our cloth diapers, the same old diaper. And them things would get washed out in the doggone bathtub and reused. Y'all got these disposable diapers, shoot, back in my day. But my old man used to try to change my diapers and stick me with that pin. I'd hate when he tried. I start crying when he could see where mama at. Mama at work, shoot. Daddy got to change your butt. Daddy got to clean you. So we were sitting out on the porch, and Big Mama recalling a storm that came up when they were living up northeast, Lake Providence. Let me make sure I say that, Providence. Lake Providence, Louisiana. Sharecropping, picking cotton. That old boll weevil attack down there, up there. And that boll weevil attack in them, what it was, 1920 something. I researched it, 26 or something. Destroyed all their crops, and I guess it made it real bad, and that's when the whole wagon train load, family and friends and stuff, made their way down to New Orleans, Louisiana, and started making their way, making a home here. But she was telling her 2 sons, my dad and my uncle. My uncle, pastor, a Baptist preacher, and my dad, he's a warrior of the family. I'll talk a little bit about that. They called my dad Man. He was about the youngest. He had one sister younger than him. They called him Man. And my uncle, they called him Son. That's a dynamic for you. My old man ran that family whenever their father did whatever he did and went away or died or whatever. I have another uncle who just, whatever happened to my great-grandpa, that other uncle, Uncle Preston, went to Mississippi. That's where they all come up from, Mississippi, eventually, from my research. That was that Tunica or Tunica tribe, however you pronounce it. Tunica or Tunica. But my grandmother was sitting there and she was just telling her son about this storm that arose, and it blew the door off their house. And her dad was in the house, and he stood up. And when the door came off the hinge, his hair stood up on his head, gray. And I'm just a little child when we didn't even have a cowboy and western back in that day that I can remember. We didn't get a TV till later on. And I start seeing the images of these Native Americans. They Native because they were born here, not because they were already here. And that's when she was. That's when I found out because she said he full blown Indian, full blood Indian. And I had that picture in my head of these doggone Native Americans. But only when I hit my about what 40s, my late 40s. Wait a minute. I remember the story. My grandpa wasn't no doggone Native American. He was dark skinned fellow. Wait a minute. Was she telling us we Indians? But I had to do the research when I was like started messing with the Moors back in the early 2000s. I was following Taj Tariq Bey and Sabir Bey and picking up a lot of information and stuff. I started trying to do some genealogical research and research my family. That's when I discovered Tunica Indians settled that area. They had come up from Mississippi, crossed over Vicksburg, and went on up into over into Louisiana, northern Louisiana, and settled there. Really, I got a lot of information from this brother I went to church with as well. Brother's Deacon Darrensburg. And that's where I got it from him, that they had all got together, about several different families. They got together in a wagon train, and all of them came down to Louisiana together. So I guess I imagine they put money together, got this wagon train formed up, and they all just got packed up. Like I said, they had that bull weevil attack, and apparently it hit them pretty doggone hard. Well, it was like, we can't do nothing else with the land. Let's just pack up and we'll see if we can do a little better down southern Louisiana. They packed up and come on down this way on a wagon train. I got that from Deacon Darrensburg. But my old man, whenever his father left the house or whatever happened, he took over, used to bully his family. Like I say, he was like the next to the youngest. I think one of his sisters, my aunt's into that colorism stuff. My aunt's a high yellow sister, and she can't stand no dark-skinned people. But she lived in Baton Rouge with a dark-skinned sister. The other three sisters, there was 4 sisters and 3 sons, 7 altogether. She lived with her up there around her dark-skinned sister. She ended up having a baby girl, dark-skinned baby girl, and she wasn't doing right by the baby girl. My big mama found out and took that baby girl and raised her as her own child. That's Big Mama. That's the matriarchy we used to deal with, that I grew up in. Matriarchy it's not a dinocracy. Big Mama knew her place. Cause when Dad, the warrior of the family, whenever he went to war, Big Mama couldn't dare any doggone thing. He'd tell Big Mama, go in the house. And Big Mama took her butt in the house. And any other time, all the respect in the world. Whatever Big Mama wanted, whatever my mom wanted, same thing with my mom. My dad ain't tell my mom nothing in the house. Mom run the house. She tell him what she needed, what else she had to get. My mom kept the books. She kept the bank accounts. She kept all the information. She recorded. She was a record keeper. Recorded everything. Who was born, what name, who got married, what date, when they had their child. I didn't have any children. Married a woman. In the first marriage, the wife couldn't even have children. Second marriage, I married a woman, had 3 kids already. And one of them was a newborn. 2 girls and that 1 boy, a newborn. Yeah. But that's when I knew. I said, man, it hit me. Native American, Tunica Indian tribe. And of course they had all the what you call that coalition so that was tribal coalitions where you weren't just a tribe. A tribe would be one family. But like I say, all these families got together, so I don't know what kind of coalition they had together or what kind of governmental structure, but they were well cohesed. And they got together, I guess, imagine, put together money, and they come on down this way in the doggone wagon train. So I grew up, like I say, roads. What roads? Rock? Them rock roads, you mean? Rock road. And then they get all pothole after a while and cause all kind of damage to your tires and wheels. Shoot, I got an injury to my doggone finger now from where I slammed my finger in the car door. The first car my papa bought. He used to have his old Ford Ranger pickup truck. His weapon of choice was an axe. This man here went up against two men with long barrel shotgun. Went up against two men. His weapon of choice was an axe. A man with an axe going up against a man with a gun. The man with the axe supposed to be dead. My old man won both them battles. Go figure. Crazy. Yeah, crazy horse blood running in my doggone veins. I try to hold back my crazy. Man with an axe going up against a man with a gun. Man with an axe is supposed to be dead man. And I cried my butt off that night. My dad pushed that man car all the way down the doggone road. Got out that axe. Went in there, started hacking at that man door. Chopped down that man door. The dude, all I can see is the barrel of that shotgun come out through the door. Big mama screaming, Uncle screaming. Uncle ran out. He said, "You get my door," and my dad said, "You get my children and my wife in that house. Get my mama inside that house." Man, Uncle did that. He come right back out and had to go get my dad out that man's house and stuff. He ain't do nothing but talk. Run off at the mouth, scared the man half to death. Uncle come out with the man gun. He ain't give it back to him for a couple of days. Wait till he cooled down so he wouldn't kill his doggone brother. Kill my father. That old man was something else. Come to learn and find out he attacked another man. He chopped up another man's car. Chopped all the hood up, chopped the engine. Shit. Crazy horse blood. Dude behind us that was the other guy. He's growing the canes. He had a little sugar cane field in his backyard, which was right next to our backyard. We go in there and chop down a stalk of sugar cane, chew away on some sugar cane or whatever. Man, we went in that yard one day and that dude took out his rifle and shot some saltpeter pellets at our butt. Hit one of the neighbors we used to hang out with. I didn't know about it. That was the second time my old man took an axe and went up against a man with a gun and won that battle. He tried to call me out one day with Red. You want some sugar cane? He trying to get me to go back in the man's yard. He dared the man to shoot at me. You go in there and get me that machete. He used to keep a machete. Go get me that machete. Oh boy, here we go. I don't want no sugar cane. Go get me that machete. Took his battle over there and went chop down that man cane. Dared him. I dare you to shoot at me or shoot at my child again. Man, my old man was something else. Police didn't even mess with my old man. I don't know what he had going on. He ain't had no agreements with him. I know that. He ain't make no agreements with him, but they ain't mess with him. That old man was something else. But in his final days, I was like, Mom, I don't know what to do. This old man gonna kill somebody or kill himself. I gotta get them keys out of his hand. This man blowing through stop sign. I'm gripping the seats. I'm gripping it and everything I can grab a hold of. Gripping my butt off. This man gonna kill. I say, Pop, you know we just run through a red light, don't you? I ain't see it. Pop, we just went through a doggone stop sign, man. You gonna kill me? I stopped riding with him. I don't need no ride, bro. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna call a taxi tomorrow. You can take my. I don't even want your car, bro. I'm around here thinking about how I'm gonna get these keys out of your hand before you kill somebody or kill somebody else. Did not care. Ended up driving himself to the hospital. He already signed that waiver saying he did not want to be restored or resuscitated if he was to go out, because he had passed away once before and they shocked his heart and brought him back to life. He said he sit there and tell me all kinds of stuff. It was so peaceful. I ain't know nothing. I said, yeah, I hear you. See. Then he had this operation and stuff, kind of made him feel like less than a man. He had some kind of cancerous tumor. And his belly lining had gave way. He didn't want to get a screen put in. I don't think they had screens back in them days anyway. So his intestines used to hang out, looked like he had a large sack of nuts down between his legs, but that was his intestines would hang out. He had to start wearing like a girdle just to hold his intestines in. Hated going to the hospital. Fell off the dog house and fractured or probably broke one of his arms. He couldn't lift that arm up over his head anymore. That's one thing. The old man had a 4th grade education, but he was very smart. He did plumbing. What was that union he belonged to? That was a carpenters union. Built the house I grew up in. Built both the houses I grew up in. From scratch. We ride out with him in a dump truck. He go and get sand, river sand, little brown sand. Pour it in the yard. Yeah, them kids in the back one day. I was up front with him, and he said, "I'm gonna dump them on the ground." He raised that some gun up, and they all started, "Hey, Mr. Carr, Mr. Carr, Mr." I ain't gonna say my name. They screaming and hollering. My brother ended up underneath the doggone back of the doggone dumpster. He ain't gonna hurt him. They just acting up. They said, "No, daddy, you gonna kill somebody." Shit, my brother ain't like that man since then. Held that against him. Claim he could have killed us. I look at the back of that trailer now. That thing ain't gonna touch the ground. Y'all just ain't like that little slide. And you knew the sand was gonna come out first, and y'all was gonna come out on top of the sand. Maybe dump a little bit of sand on top of y'all, but it wasn't gonna hurt y'all. But he held that against it. I ain't holding nothing against my old man. He did what he had to do. He lived how he had to live. He provided for his wife. He provided for his wife and his children. They stayed together. They had their ups and downs, but they didn't let us see it. I only see my dad rear back at my mom one doggone time. I was still sleeping in the doggone crib. Still was in old wood crib bed. I saw that. You know, you think a child normally jump on his mom and protect mom. I jumped on the old man. What you doing? I was screaming like a sun gun. I wasn't but I don't even think I was 2 years old then. I come out of that bed on that Negro. Not my mom. Negro, you and me gonna fight, and you throw me on the bed, throw me to the floor, whatever, but you ain't about to put your hand on mom. Had that confrontation as an adult. Man, look, you and me got our disagreements or whatever, but whatever the heck, you ain't gonna stop me from coming and see my mom. That's the one thing. And you gonna put me out the house because you and me ain't getting along, that's cool. But the one thing, I'm gonna be around here, check up on my mom, and this door better not be locked. Yeah, I had a key to the house. We had that little argument, that little sit down talking. Next day, he come out there, he's sitting on the steps, he want to apologize. But I sat down there, offered him some water. He done walked all the way from the house, and he's 70-some odd years old, late 70s. had to sit down and tell him, man, you and mom and did everything y'all could for us. We grown ass people now. You feeling like you fail? Y'all ain't failed. We're going, me and my brother going through marital problems. I'm in and out of relationships and stuff. And, man, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Y'all set the perfect example. That's on us. That's the state of what things today. Women folk are hard headed. They don't listen to nobody. It ain't the same relationship you and my mom got. My mom, whenever my dad was doing anything, she ain't tell that old man nothing. She knew to keep her mouth closed. We get lost, he find his way back wherever he going. She ain't tell that man go and get all frustrated and upset with it. He got this. We going wherever the hell you going, that's where we going. That was her attitude. She ain't mess with him, and in the house, he ain't mess with her. When we outdoors, we got to do what the man say outdoors. When we indoors, we got to do what mom say. And that's what he did. Whatever he had to do, that was her queendom. You understand? He ain't run nothing in that house, and he never tried to run nothing in that house. That's the way matriarchy works. You honor your woman. But that woman know when you're outdoors and you're dealing with people in the public, you're going to honor your man. Whatever he do, whatever he say, go. There ain't no talking back and forth and stuff like that. No, you got this on the exterior. When we inside, that's mama. That's matriarchy. When we go outside and we have to deal with other people, that's patriarchy. You're going to follow the lead of the chief. We indoors, stuff to do at home, stuff we do with raising a child, because he ain't never tried to tell mom what to, and mom would buy a buzz and say, I'm going to tell your daddy when he get home. That'd be too butt whooping. If Big Mama wasn't around there telling you to go get a doggone branch off that China ball tree, go get me one of them switches. Hurry up. And shoot, don't let uncle around there. Boy, my uncle, one day he went out there, I don't know what I did. He told me not to leave that porch, and I left off that porch anyway. He went and got his own switch. And I'm looking at this man, I'm standing on the porch, he jumping, he couldn't get no little branch. He jumping up trying to get a branch. The boy caught hold of that branch, he pulled that branch out. I say, man, that man popped that branch off and come at me. He don't have to catch me with my butt. I said, I ain't about to get beat with no doggone branch. He said, don't you run. Don't you run. You break that branch off that tree. Catch me. I was thinking it all in my head. He popped that branch. I'm headed down that alleyway. He gonna have to run me down. I ain't getting beat with no branch. And you grab a switch, he ain't grab 3 switches. Then he cheat. He gonna get a passage of scripture and whoop your butt. A lick for every doggone word. Thou shalt not whack, whack, whack. Spare the rod. Whack, whack. I said, wait a minute. You cheating, man. You cheating. It ain't supposed to be but 1 lick per word. Thou shalt not spare the rod. You around here whooping me 5 times for each word. Uncle try to wear your butt out. Shit. Better not go talk about tell mama. I ain't tell mama what your uncle had to beat you. Oh, go get me a switch. Why they pepper us down? Wasn't no bad children because we had Big Mama, Mama, and Daddy, Uncle. We had everybody at the whip. We had the grapevine. How we got our news? You look at no dog on TV. We had no TV. We had radios. You listen to the news. And Big Mama was a snoop. She knew who all to go get information on, find out what's going on in the neighborhood, who this new person that moved in down on this street. And them old women talk. They get in the church housing, and it wasn't necessarily the same church house. They get in there and they start talking. You heard about such and such. That's a grapevine. There ain't no cell phones talking, call up. You heard about it. The grapevine was word of mouth. One person to another, and it probably traveled faster than doggone cell phone. Back in the day, the way it was hooked up. Ain't one person gonna know something and everybody else ain't not. When we had telephones, it was party lines. Y'all know what a party line is? I guarantee you them young kids don't know nothing about no party line. They used to have it, dang, when the last time I did hear about a party line? They do it for fun now. But they were regular party lines. You pick up the phone, start talking to somebody or whatever, and you hear other people talking to they people there as well at the same time. You always know somebody listening. The operator always listening in. So it wasn't nothing private. You ain't had no private. You had to use the phone. It wasn't no private call. If you want to make a long distance call, you got to go through the operator. The operator go hook up with another operator. And she hook up with another operator just to make one connection. If you had a long distance call. Operator, I'd like to dial a long distance. Give them the area code. The operator had to plug you in. She make the phone call. Once you got the other party on the line, okay, Mr. Miss so here, I got your party online. And she gonna hang right. She listening into the whole conversation. And when you through, because she had to know when to hang up or disconnect that connection. She's sitting in front of big head board, plugging in stuff, with line wires and stuff. She got to know how to manage that. But yeah, it was a day sitting on the doggone porch listening to my grandma, and you don't run your mouth. There's no kid around and grown folk. That's one thing you don't do. You shut your mouth and you sit and listen. And that's what I did, shut my mouth, and I sat down and I listened to Big Mama tell her two sons about the time they had the storm up there in northern Louisiana. It was probably a hurricane because it was a tornado would have tore the whole house down. So it had to be the remnants of a hurricane or something, which is also a reason why I think they moved out of Mississippi, lower Mississippi Valley, and moved further up north, get away from all them windstorms. That her father was full-blown Indian. She didn't call him tribal name. She just said full-blood Indian, FBI, full-blood Indian. And I grew up with this image of a doggone Native American, not an autochthonous American, a Maru Khan, a Maru Kilhan. Ain't necessarily get my last name from the white man either. I'm to find out my last name actually means clerk. People adopted the names of the different type businesses they operated, or what kind of profession they were behind. Then you had a nickname. I got kicked out of my little tribe when I was coming up. They wanted to nickname me some little stupid stuff, and I didn't accept it. They ended up kicking me out of their little group, which was all good with me. I didn't care, but y'all wasn't gonna plaster me with that punk ass name. That's why I won't call it. I won't call that little punk ass name now. No, y'all not gonna. You gonna call me by my name, my given name. That's what y'all gonna call me. Old Pucky and Skibo and Peanut and all that different shit. I rejected my name. I rejected it. Nah. It was too weak. Even though growing up I was a softy. I was a crybaby. I'm mama boy. I was mama boy, but I'd kill you behind mama. Didn't give a damn who you was. You ask my sister. First time she decided she won't call me a dog, and she was hanging out with the dog, red dogs. Took a butcher knife. I had every intention to run her ass through with that butcher knife. When it got in there, it's another thing about them colleges and stuff. My mom and dad say, and they offered to send me off to college. I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and join the Air Force. Because I took 4 years of junior Air Force reserve officer training. So I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and do service. I don't want to go to college to off y'all funds. If I'm going to do college, I'm going to do it on my own account. But that was the whole thing. They send the daughters off, Because you had what? The affirmative action going on and stuff. And they looking at, I get my daughter a good education. She can get up and higher up and get around these doggone folks and maneuver and get us a good job. My sons, man, I taught them enough to get out here. Y'all go on your brute strength. Get a labor job. Learn a trade. Learn a trade, which is what I ended up doing overtime anyway through the Air Force and the military. I don't recommend nobody do military now. You best get your butt away from military. I just looked at a doggone video today about this sister in one of these army joints out in Texas, and she fearing for her life. They killed a doggone sister a few years back. Now, it ain't been that long. I better leave that army alone. Independent women, independent woman, want to be a man. Y'all getting killed in the doggone service. And other little sisters will start crying when they start doing them deployments. I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Get out of here. What you doing wearing that God's Nurse uniform? Once you sign that dotted line, your Uncle Sam on your butt. Uncle Sam on your butt. You want out of it now. Too late to be wanting out now. You in it. Go AWOL, hide out. They gonna find you, but shit. I'm gonna hurry up and do my little time and get the hell on out of here. Before I got out, I did 10 years and had to get out because of family problems with ex-wife, second ex-wife. Boy, I tell you. Why do women go after your career? Hurting me gonna hurt you. Why do you do this? I don't. But that's what they do. Destroying my car, keying my car. You keying yourself. Huh? You hurting yourself. Destroying property. You destroying yourself. Dumbass. Anyway, I done recorded enough of this. I'm trying to get some footage of pictures and scenery. It's beautiful out here. Out at the New Orleans lakefront. Out the lake. I might go out there, take off my shoes, take off my socks just to feel the water. You got little kids out here enjoying themselves swimming. Did I show? Man, this little girl right here. She can't be no more than 5, 6, 7 years old. Youngster. Mexican. I don't know if y'all can see that. But I'm gonna get out here and do some more, take some more footage. The last footage I took, I was at the park. Beautiful scenery. Messing around this up, but I don't know how to download doggone MP4 or get it transferred out of my phone and onto the internet. And I don't want to put everything on there because I was talking about a young lady with her doggone mouth poked out. Y'all look stupid as hell. Back in the day, you come around my grandma with your mouth poked out, she gonna slap the crap out of you. She slapped that doggone poked lip out. You do a daffy duck and your lip have been to spin all the way around your damn head, come around up with that old poked out lip stuff. And my grandmother was something else. Big Mama was something else. Big Mama would take your child. You wasn't raising her right, she gonna take your child. You gonna have to fight Big Mama for your child. If she saw that you wasn't raising her right, she gonna take your child. That's Big Mama. That's matriarchy. Understand? Matriarchy. They understand. They understood their place. And they install you in power. My old man passed away in many years and went out. And without planning, my sister and my mom placed me at the head of the doggone table. And I'm like, man, I do not want to be head of household. But my brother, he doing what he doing. He got his family. I ain't got no family. Yes, I couldn't reject it. But that's an installation. That's a matriarchy. They know they need men in their lives. And they'll officially, without even planning, they'll install a man. You're the man of this house. And you're who we depend upon for defense and for provision. And I did both to the best of my ability. I had the job to do it at that time. First time in my life, I made the maximum $48,000. I didn't even think I made that much, but I made $48,000 that year. And it started declining, 43, 40, 30. As the pay raises increase, the annual amount started decreasing. I said, boy, look here, I'm in trouble. I was working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. I got so many bills caught up, it wasn't even funny. I paid off so many bills, it wasn't even funny to laugh at how fast I got my life back in order. Coming off of a 10-year bankruptcy. Paid full cost for a doggone Ford Ranger pickup truck, 1999 model. Yep. 1999. And they said at their little at the truck place, a used car lot. They said, oh, it was a bloodbath. That was finance for talking that shit. It's a bloodbath. I didn't financially kill my butt, but I went on and made them payments. I paid that off, got my credit at an 850 credit score. I'd already been damaging, playing with that and damaging my doggone credit with that. And I said, I don't need it now. I'm in my old age. I ain't worried about it. I ain't trying to buy nothing new and buy nothing on credit. I don't need it. Y'all do what y'all want. Y'all do what y'all do now. I don't care. I pretty much live my life. But I'm gonna cut this taping off. I might post it. I might not. It all depends. More than likely, I'll look at it, check it out, make sure I ain't do too much crazy and say too much stuff, and I'll put it up. Ain't doing nothing but talking and sharing information about my life and what things are going on, man, because I'm real serious frustrated with women these days. I'm frustrated at this feminist crap. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And they can cry all they want. See, you understand what Kevin Samuels was saying? Winter is coming. Winter is here. Winter is here. And brothers are becoming very, very cold. And sisters are cold as well. Y'all been cold. Adam didn't leave Eve. Eve turned her back on Adam. Adam should have turned his back and said, no, you didn't do what you wasn't supposed to do. Now, you die alone. I'm sure the Most High can take another rib out of me and make another woman. If you gonna be disobedient, Adam should have turned his back on Eve and say, no, you gonna bite that one on your own. That's what he should have did, but he didn't do it. Because he loved what came out of him, what was made from him. He loved it. He loved her. And that was the only way she got to him. That's the only way they can get to us now, is through these doggone women. Y'all keep acting the doggone fool. Men then got tired. Men are going their own way. No shalom. Shalom to the brothers. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to all the brothers who got suckered by these women. Shout out to that Paperwork Network. Them brothers on this Kevin Samuels case. Their brother and them sisters. These brothers and sisters are on this case. And man, I'm watching them guys. I'm watching these folks. This network. Paperwork Party. Shout out. I get some stuff straight. Then people done send me a notice that the bank don't want to process my donations that I made to the channel. So I'm gonna have to work on that, get that straight Monday. But if anything foul and took place with this brother Kevin Samuels, these people are dead set on. As far as they're concerned, they didn't solve the case. But They're waiting on the paperwork of the toxicology report and all that good stuff. And I'm trying to follow and keep track of what's going on because I had much respect for the dude. I followed Kevin and started binge watching his videos and watching how he stuck to the program. He basically just picked up off of Shahrazad Ali and the things she was trying to accomplish. He basically was just picking up where I shouldn't say left off, but basically, I don't think she's doing a whole lot. She's in that physical condition to be traveling around the country and trying to reach out to these people, her women, her folk, and men folk, and putting us on game about understanding these women and what they're going through and why they're going through it. I kind of get it, but I ain't trying to sweat it no more. This world of wicked and evil is coming to the end. Ain't no more trying to save people. You can be nice, but ain't no more saving. It's time for this world to go. And it's women that's upholding this government. It's women that forcing men to follow behind them. I mean, if the men want to be with women, they gotta do it, and they using their power. But guys, old folks like me, I ain't look like I'm trying to get laid around here. I ain't worried about getting laid or stuff like that, man. That stuff, get out of here. That move leave you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that urge to be getting involved with a female, that can come or go, care less. You know, but these young men, they want families and stuff. They got to do with these women. They got to get on these women programs, at least for a little while. They make a child and get on about their business or whatever, or they try to take care of these women are being so wicked and evil. Men are going out killing these women now. That one guy is talking about he killed his girlfriend, and he say he's waiting on his wife. They say, oh, there she go right now. That's what's coming to y'all. A whole lot of more Edomites got to go to jail, apparently, if you ladies ain't learning your lesson, because men ain't coming to your rescue. No, y'all done pissed us off to the point, we're not coming to your rescue. What you mean? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing when a woman got her butt beat up in that goddamn grocery store. Learn to control your mouth. Learn to see a damn snake and not poke at a damn poisonous rattlesnake. Blame shit on you, man. You train up your son to be a dog, or you train your son to go out and protect one of these ratchet ass women. That's what you do. The son you just got out of prison, send him out there with a doggone gun to take care of handle business. You train him up to go out and put his life on the line for a ratchet ass woman. You left preaching the word because the word wasn't feminist enough for you, and it was more patriarchal. That's why you left off preaching the word. You ain't had no business in the pulpit in the first place. But I wasn't judging you on that. But now that you done got all you come out of your box talking about you want to put a gun and you want to put a bullet in black men before put a bullet in that side of your family that ain't them Edomites. Put a bullet in one of them. Prove your loyalty to this community. You so black. You got me having second thoughts about you. I was with you. I rocked with you for a long time. Ain't rocking with you no more. You don't come out and you want to throw men on a doggone bus with shit women don't. You done lost your freaking mind. That's the same doggone thing 5-star General was telling Dimitri K. No, I ain't rocking with that. That's what the 5-star was saying. I ain't rocking with you on it. Y'all, you and Donovan, y'all look like y'all got pissed off when the man talking, I can't rock with this woman doing that kind of crazy stuff. That's why y'all left the general? I don't know the situation. I don't want to know it. But I know enough. I cruise these doggone YouTube streets hard enough to know what's going on. Y'all out y'all doggone mind. You females out y'all mind. And there ain't but one way to get it together. This whole thing got to be destroyed. Totally destroyed. Ain't no fixing it now. Keep looking for reparations for black people. Whoa, what the hell is a black person? Ain't no such thing. You don't know your race, your nationality, you don't know your nationality, you lost. And you people running around here, they ain't not gonna give you back. How you gonna go to the United Nations who said, come, let us come together and cause them to forget, cause the memory of their nation to be forgotten, the name of their nation to be lost out of their mind. How you gonna go to the same people, League of Nations, and who come against you to cause you to forget who you are, and ask them to restore your memory? No, you've been replaced. They're not gonna restore you. What kind of sense that make? The people who done come together to destroy you, you're gonna say, man, look, don't destroy me no more and restore me to my rightful place. You have no nationality. That's why these people do to you what they want to do to you. You lost your nationality. The Most High took back his dog. He took back his name. Man, not my people. Not my people. And he won't restore you until he ready to restore you. How you gonna restore yourself? And go to the people who took you, who say, come, let us come together. That the name of Yasharallah won't be in their memory no more. That they won't be a nation of people no more. How you gonna go to them people and they gonna restore your nationality? Yeah, right. You'll join the nationality that was given to you, and it will be gracious that them people allow us to even utilize that catch-all nationality. Because as long as we don't have our nationality and we can't, then you're not going to force them to recognize you. And that's what some of these brothers and sisters went to. We're going to the United Nations and petition them. It's crazy. Going into the belly of the dog beast and ask them to restore you. Nigga, you is crazy. You lost your freaking mind. I laugh. Y'all can't be that retarded, huh? Psalm 81, 82? Psalm 82. Boy, my memory. I ain't even gonna profess that. I know what I'm talking about. Let's go to the United Nations. Y'all don't know who the United Nations is. Y'all don't know the seed of Satan, do you? I swear. There's a man somewhere wearing Big Mama dress. He a man. He wearing Big Mama dress, sitting on Big Mama throne, wearing Big Mama tiara. There's some women over there keeping the habits of my grandmothers, and they're keeping it secret, and they're wearing Big Mama clothing, talking about the sisterhood or nun, whichever it is. But they keep it secrets. Poor Dr. Sabian. Boy, Dr. Sabian got off. He got off relatively easy. He got off relatively easy because they won't kill him. Man wouldn't eat that doggone food they were feeding him in that prison cell. He wasn't drinking. I doubt he might have been drinking water, but he probably knew they were poisoning the water. But he sure wasn't eating that crap they were trying to feed him. Just because he had money in a doggone suitcase or wherever he had it. And they confronted him because he carrying around a large sum of money. They'll do that to you today. They got this chick over there, Brittany Griner in Russia, won't let her go. They made accusations against him. I don't know if it's true or not. CBD oil. You mean tell me you gonna hold it? No, they hold. Nah, whatever. I gotta get out of here. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go through this. I'll see if I put it up. If I put it up, good. If I don't, good. It don't matter.